Most of the patients will ask us and they'll come out with an idea of getting a transplant done in Turkey. So when someone walks into a consultation or a surgery, they'll always talk about why Turkey is most popular for hair transplants. So very few guys will consider going Turkey, but they always wanted to know why it is so popular and famous for hair transplantation. Well, today let us discuss what are the factors that made Turkey most popular for getting a transplant done, and in comparison with India, so how the transplantation happens in India. So let it break it down very clearly. Kindly watch this video until end to understand. I'm Dr. Sreedhar. I've been specializing in hair transplants for over 19 years, helping people regain their confidence through natural looking results. Our approach focuses on tailor-made hair transplant designs and plans to match individual needs. Every patient receives a uniquely crafted hair transplant designs and plans for most natural results. Most of the patients they have in their mind about Turkey hair transplant. When they talk about hair transplant, usually they discuss, one of my friend trying to go to Turkey, or I had an option to go to a Turkey transplant. So in that perspective, they have a lot of questions and doubts, and I really want to make a video to make it clear. While India indeed is best for world-class doctors and medical expertise, Turkey has become a global hotspot for hair transplant because of global marketing, cost, convenience, and government support. A few important reasons why Turkey became a hotspot for hair transplant. Number one is aggressive marketing and medical tourism packages. Number two, low cost with mass volume model. Number three, government support and easy visa policy. Number four, strategic location of the country. Number five, social media hype, aggressive marketing and medical tourism packages. Turkish clinics offers you aggressive international marketing and tourism packages that includes a 3-star hotel stay, transfer from the airport to the hotel to the clinic, and they give you kind of one-day package going around with a car and go for the city ride. All this kind of surgery plus medical tourism package appeals to most of the foreign patients, UK and from the Middle East. Second reason is low cost with mass volume model. Often Turkey clinics and Istanbul clinics will operate multiple surgeries per day, more than 30 to 50 surgeries, mostly operated by technicians. This lineup model brings down the cost of the hair transplant surgery when compared to Europeans, which kind of a deal for a guys to walk into Istanbul and get a transplantation surgery. The third point is government support and easy visa policy. Whereas in India, most of the doctors should be postgraduates, otherwise Indian government may not give you permission to operate. Well, in Turkey, government supports any doctor with basic degree can operate for hair transplant because they generate more economy to the government. In turn, they pay more taxes to the government. That's the reason government supports for them more tourism packages to attract more income to the country, and also made a few easy rules to walk into Turkey with easy visa application, easy visa process attracts more clients from Middle East and European countries. Number four is strategic location of the Turkey. If you can see in the maps, Turkey located between Europe, Asia and Middle East, which makes most of the guys convenient and culturally neutral travel hub for them. Also an option for choosing the Turkey for the transplantation. So a traveling time also much limited when compared to other states. So that's the reason most of the people would prefer to travel to Turkey for their cosmetic surgery procedures. Last point is social media hype. Travelers who travel to Turkey will always have in their mind about going and exploring the Turkey. There are a lot of YouTube influencers, a lot of social media influencers. They post before and after photos. They also release a lot of blogs and vlogs on Turkey, which adds more hype to the hair transplantation because Most of the guys who travel to Turkey, not only for transplantation, they always go for the travel package. They always go with a happy mood to share their photos on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, which makes them very trendy. These kind of more hype in the social media created a perception that Turkey would be the global hotspot or capital for hair transplantation procedure. On the other hand, why India actually excels in hair transplantation quality? Number one, highly qualified surgeons. Number two, ethical and personalized approach. Number three, comparable or lower cost. Number four, advanced and the latest techniques. The last one, language and aftercare advantage. In India, your transplantation done by highly qualified surgeons, doctors, because Indian government would not allow any technicians or paramedical staff to operate. So most of the cases, most of the clinics are supervised or operated by plastic surgeons, maxillofacial surgeons, or dermatologists, or even by general surgeons, etc. So that gives you the kind of expertise people are handling your surgery. We had been to operation theaters and seen many complications. These kind of personals, expertise would handle your surgery. That's the added advantage of being operated in India for hair transplant. Clinics in India are more ethical and personalized approach. As we already discussed about ethical practices, only few postgraduate people would operate for you, and most of the places, good clinics are never handled by technicians. Either your doctor will perform the surgery or supervise the surgery. That's the most important thing. And personalized goal is doctor will directly talk to the patient, whereas it doesn't happen in most of the clinics in Turkey. Here, doctor will talk to you personally and arrive at personal decision making about your surgical plan. All things one-to-one. You get a chance to discuss with your surgeon in detail before getting your transplantation surgery. Will give you cut above quality when compared to Turkey clinics. Comparable or lower cost. Especially most of the Europeans, why they travel to Turkey is another basic reason is for them it is more expensive in Europe, because each graft charges more than 6 to 9 euros per graft. Is very expensive. When it comes to Turkey, for them 1/10 of the cost they would get the transplantation done. So in comparison that, when it comes to India, the cost almost equal to Turkey or less than that. You can get best treatment with the best surgeons. So in that perspective, Indian clinics, even the best clinics, would give you affordable price with kind of a good packages. Advanced techniques and methods. Well, when you talk about surgical procedures, let it be hair transplant or any other surgery, surgery is a surgery. All Indian doctors are trained in surgical programs far better than and bigger surgeries other than hair transplantation, like FUT earlier. Before that, kind of a flap rotation techniques, everything. Now FUE is evolved, which is less invasive, more precise work. But for surgeons, it's kind of a simple job for them because they already seen many complications in other surgeries. When it comes to hair transplant, for them, very easy to handle the complications, more precision they can give you. That perspective, your Indian doctors are trained better than anyone because, and the number of the surgeries you operate during the training, number of the surgeries you do during your private practice is very high in India. So that you get to see all kind of complications in every surgery would give you cut about results or expertise in any surgery. That way, Indian doctors are very standard because of the rigorous medical line of treatment. To become a surgeon, at least you should study 9 years in the medical college. That's the standards of the India for as of now for any medical field. When it comes to techniques, technology, most of the surgeons are well versed with doing FUT, FUE, DHT, Sapphire, FUE method. All these methods are well versed for Indian doctors. That gives you kind of more experience with surgery getting it done with Indian doctors, I can say. Last point, language and aftercare advantages. 99% of Indian surgeons and doctors speak English. That's the added advantage for Indian doctors treating foreign patients. And number two, aftercare is a very easy one-to-one. You can come and meet the surgeon, however he is busy. You can come and have an appointment directly, and you can also walk in directly and see the surgeon if any necessary help required. whereas in other countries, probably in Turkey, may not be possible because the system is like that. So here, even after the post-operative care, if you need it, either doctors are available over a phone call or WhatsApp or even physically or just walk-in, which is very easy in India because the system here has an always added advantage to any patient, because most patients become panic if something goes wrong with very small issue. They would always need some assurance from the surgeon who operated on them. That kind of facility is more in India. Well, conclusion is most of the Europeans probably they would travel to Turkey because of tourist friendly, nearest for them. It's a package, they would get it, and kind of the infrastructure for this hair transplantation appeals them to travel Turkey than India, because most of the Europeans probably they wouldn't look at India to travel for a transplant because they have no idea about where to go, how to travel, how friendly the things are. They don't know. That's the reason we are lagging behind. One thing, for them it is expensive in their countries, costs more than 6 to 9 euros per each graft. Obviously expensive. They have left with only one option to go nearby and get it done. That's one thing. Well, Indians thinking to travel to Turkey, always little more painful because you need to pay some amount for a visa. It is not free. More than 15 to 25,000 you have to pay unless you have a US visa. So traveling is a different expensive for you. A flight tickets up and down. When it comes to expertise, remember Indians, even 10th century, our guys sculpted stones. That means in genes we have the artistic hand. So obviously our surgeons definitely can deliver you nice artistic work when compared to the world, because you've seen a lot of temples carved and sculpted by Indians only. So that means we are no way less with expertise or quality or artistic hands. So when it costs equal or same, is it worth traveling to Turkey where your surgery is handled by technicians? It's a big question mark. So you have to look all this perspective before talking about which is better. So accordingly you have to choose where to go and get it done, your transplantation procedure.